nonsense.
It's so common sense. It's digital gold. Millions of people had already adopted it. And then if you just say, okay, it becomes half the market value of gold, boom, that's $400,000 in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is dipping. Yes, falling below $110,000. Crypto holders, do not be fooled. This is a bear trap. This is a buying opportunity. Bitcoin will clear at least $150,000 by end of year. Not financial advice, just my opinion. I've been in cryptocurrency for 7+ years. Most people don't know what they're talking about. I do. We're going for 2 million subscribers this year, so make sure you subscribe and join the team. This is a bear trap. This is a buying opportunity, just like it was back in April. We never saw these prices again. At a certain point, we will never see these prices again, just like back in late 2024, in August, in September, it dipped on this line. It was a buying opportunity, and months later, we never saw these prices again, just like back in 2023 when it touched this support line and we never saw these prices again. Take a look at how many times Bitcoin touched this line of support. Thus far, 4 years, it has bounced off every single time. It is my prediction, my opinion, that Bitcoin continues, maybe even gets overvalued at points like we've seen so much throughout its history. If you have a long-term outlook, you should be buying, not selling. The trend is your friend, and it's becoming more and more obvious to corporations, to individuals, to Wall Street, to entities of all kinds. 400,000 Bitcoin sooner rather than later. It's just common sense. The CEO of VanEck just listed out every single reason why it's common sense Bitcoin should be above 400,000.
The 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, and 10 year CAGR of Bitcoin versus the S&P 500. And for people that don't own Bitcoin, this hurts. And they're mad, and I'd be mad too. This feels unfair.
Bitcoin's outperformed. Yes.
But the level of outperformance on every time frame imaginable, off of what people still think is just imaginary, funny money nonsense.
It's so common sense. It's digital gold, right? The supply is limited. People have a demand for that kind of stuff, and it has hit escape velocity like in the mid-teens. So by 2017, like there was a little chance that anything was going to catch up to this, right? Millions of people had already adopted it. And then if you just say, okay, it becomes half the market value of gold, boom, that's $400,000 in Bitcoin. So like it's not like a crazy, like it is just common sense.
Do I think Bitcoin is being manipulated? Do I think Bitcoin is being suppressed? Yes, to a certain extent, I do. I think whales are playing whale games. They want to keep the price down as low as possible. That's just kind of ruthless, smart investing. That's what these bigger entities do. Like the Trump family sees what's going on, something that we know, but he has the dealings with the insiders, and he sees everybody is buying Bitcoin and crypto. Listen to this clip. He says, there's no question in my mind Bitcoin hits $1 million. Everybody's buying. I can see it. I can see what's happening behind the scenes. Listen.
You've got nation states that are buying the hell out of Bitcoin. You've got Fortune 500 companies that are buying the hell out of Bitcoin. I mean, you've got the biggest families. You've got the biggest companies on earth that believe in this digital store of value. Everybody wants Bitcoin. Everybody is buying Bitcoin. And that's an incredible thing. And that's why I've always said that I really believe in the next several years, Bitcoin hits $1 million. There's no question Bitcoin hits $1 million. And when you're in the room with certain people, and I had breakfast this morning with, a couple of the most powerful people in the region, in the hospitality space, and you're literally sitting there trying to explain to them what digital currency is, you realize how early we all are to this race. And how big of a benefit that is, right? I hear from people all the time, should I get into cryptocurrency? Did I miss it? Am I too late? And I literally start laughing at them. I go, we haven't even scratched the surface of what Bitcoin is going to be. We haven't even scratched the surface of what digital assets are going to be. This is the time to buy. Volatility is your friend. Buy right now. shut your eyes, hold it for the next 5 years.
He also went on to speak specifically about Ethereum, saying the wealthiest families that he knows in Hong Kong are looking to buy Ethereum. And it truly seems that so many people are playing catch up when it comes to buying Ethereum. There's just so much ETF buying and corporate treasury buying of Ethereum, just record amount of inflows for Ethereum. The reason this is happening with Ethereum has finally been revealed. Bitwise CIO Matt Hogan, he is the go-between between traditional finance and buying crypto. A lot of people reach out to Bitwise or BlackRock to buy crypto. And he does have insider information to an extent, so it's crazy to hear him admit on the Wolf of All Streets podcast, professional investors are skipping Bitcoin entirely and going all in on Ethereum. This is usually something we don't see in crypto, especially traditional finance buys Bitcoin first and then maybe gets into Ethereum or altcoins. It's no wonder we're seeing the ETH ETFs 10x more inflows than the Bitcoin ETFs. The reason why, this is something that we've been talking about for a while. Professional investors, Wall Street, they like tokenization, they like stablecoin, they like the cash flow story, they like the story of Ethereum. Gold has historically been a great investment, but a lot of professional investors don't like investing in gold. Ethereum fits the professional investor framework, what they like. Listen to Matt Hogan in this clip. This is truly amazing when it comes to a narrative shift for crypto. He says, I spoke with a multi-billion-dollar advisor. They didn't love Bitcoin, but decided to go all in on Ethereum ETFs. Smash the like button. Listen to this.
Ethereum crushes Bitcoin with 10x inflows. Very triggering to Bitcoin maxis, I'm sure. But I mean, it's based in actual facts.
You could have made it worse. You could have gone from August as infinitely more inflows because Bitcoin has outflows in August. Look, there's a relentless bid for Ethereum ETFs. They've pulled in $4 billion so far in August alone. That annualizes to close to $50 billion in a year, right? For context, Bitcoin ETFs did $36 billion in their first year. It's just a flood of money into a relatively small asset, which is why the chart looks so good. And I think it's going to continue for the rest of the year. It is the institutional attractive asset. The other day I was on with a multi-billion-dollar advisor. They didn't love Bitcoin. They wanted everything else besides Bitcoin, and they ended up just buying an Ethereum ETF because that's all they can access. I think this continues, for the rest of the year.
Wait, that's curious. I haven't heard those cases. So you and I have talked about this quite a lot of times where people get the Bitcoin exposure and then either they get antsy or they start hearing about this other thing and they want to diversify, but usually it's a smaller position in Ethereum than Bitcoin, kind of the same way many people approach their portfolio. That's the first time I've heard you say somebody skipped Bitcoin entirely and went all in ETH.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you think about professional investors, most of them don't own gold. Gold is like a niche asset. Maybe 15, maybe 20% of them own gold. The other 80% just own stocks and bonds. And I think there's a lot of people who look at Bitcoin and are like, yeah, it's digital gold. I don't own gold, but I do own technologies. And so we're hearing a number of people skip right past it and go straight to ETH. And I think, again, the tokenization story, the stablecoin story, the cash flow story, it all fits a professional investor framework. So I think we're going to see these flows continue.
I expect Ethereum to go a lot higher this cycle and quality altcoins to go a lot higher. The Market Structure Clarity Act, major piece of crypto legislation, is going to be passing in the US in a month or two. And we're seeing so many filings for altcoin ETFs and altcoin products on Wall Street. Bloomberg Intelligence's James Seyfarth says, here's a list of all the filings and or applications I'm tracking for crypto ETFs here in the US. There are 92 line items in the spreadsheet. You will almost certainly have to squint and zoom to see here, but there are just so many. From Doge to HBAR to XRP to Cardano to Solana to Litecoin to Trumpcoin to Chainlink to Polkadot to BNB, and even indexes of crypto coins. This is what we mean when we say the crypto floodgates are about to open. I do believe this is a bear trap. I do believe that Ethereum will be a lot higher than $5,000 in the future. And remember, you can make more money trading crypto. You have your HODL position and you have your trading position. And right now, there's $100,000 up for grabs to anybody who makes an account and starts trading on Bitunix. This is a no KYC crypto exchange. 3 million plus global users, 5 billion plus in daily trading volume, 800 trading pairs. I like Bitunix. I use Bitunix. 100K up for grabs for multiple people. Anybody who signs up and starts trading, you can make more money trading crypto. Hey, who's a fan of XRP in our audience? It's really interesting to see the grassroots drive behind XRP right now. So many content creators on TikTok and YouTube I see making videos like this. Like, some people are pumping XRP like a meme coin. Some people truly believe in the technology, but it's videos like this why I just think that there are so many altcoins undervalued. No, XRP is not going to get to $10,000, but XRP can get a lot higher because of community-driven initiatives and just narratives behind XRP like this. My name is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Join our team. We put out one video every day, keeping you informed. This is a buying opportunity, my friends. I mean, take a look at the trend here. This is beautiful.
You really think XRP can hit $10,000?
XRP definitely could hit $10,000. BlackRock is about to buy $9 trillion worth of XRP.
That's insane. Soulface, what do you think, bro?
Oh yeah, definitely 1,000%. XRP is about to hit $10,000, especially because of them going after the Swift banking system.
Okay, Gabe, what do you think, bro?
Without a doubt, XRP to 10 bands, and the reason is XRP has intrinsic value. Bitcoin doesn't.
Okay, Mark, what do you think?
XRP $10,000? No question.
Okay, cool. Luke, what do you think?
Absolutely. Wisdom Tree just recently filed an ETF. It's going to go berserk.
Okay, cool. Sage, what do you think, bro?
I think XRP could 100% hit $10,000 simply if they just take over the Swift banking system, which will put their market cap well over 1.2 quadrillion.